What's up, everybody? I'm Anthony from TTG, and today I have an unboxing for you. As you know, this channel is based on just equipment, specific tactics and whatnot, right? I recently found a company that has a very unique take on their war belt, or duty belt, as you say. I'm a big proponent of finding something that's better than my previous equipment, right? They always say train so you can improve. Well, that also is based off your equipment. If you can improve your equipment, that's always a benefit, right? So today I have a company called BAER Solutions. They are really big into training. I think they're based out of Tennessee now. They just moved there, if I'm not mistaken. But today I have what they call their Woj belt, which I'll take it out of the box pretty soon. And then for some attachments, I went with Blade Tech's new modular system that has a quick disconnect and whatnot, which I'll show you guys pretty soon. But real quick, I'm currently running the Core Tactical belt. It's a pretty good belt. It's not bad. I'm not a fan of the inner belt, how it just kind of overlays and kind of sits there. But the interior, the ratchet system, is actually pretty good. It's not bad at all. Has some MOLLE around the outside, just like most of all of your duty belts. And then I also have the Alien Gear tack strap with drop leg. If you don't know about this, I would suggest you review it or take a look at it. This thing is phenomenal. I like it. I've been in a couple fights with it already, rolling on the ground and whatnot, and it's been standing up pretty damn good. But yeah, so let's go ahead and unbox this. Kind of curious to see what the material's made of and what it's going to be looking like. So it's got a weird, well, let's say weird. There are different belts that kind of have the same setup. That has multiple holes. The thing that kind of caught my interest with this belt is that the inner belt is padded. That I found to be a huge benefit. So this is the actual belt. Field focus, there we go. So it has a Raptor style buckle, not a Cobra. Kind of the same, but the mounting system is a little different. So these holes, you can actually screw specific attachments to it instead of, hooking something up like some type of MOLLE or the tech locks that we all know and love to your duty belt. So this still does have MOLLE that's kind of sewn into the innards. So it's pretty cool how they thought about this. And then, like I said, the inner belt's padded. That was my biggest thing. It's the padding, especially sitting in a car, whatever it may be. The padding is also, it's huge for me. I needed something padded. So we'll see how this one will run. Now for the mounting, back to the mounting system. This is probably gonna be huge if it works. Especially for law enforcement or some type of military or whatever it may be, right? The thought process of this specific belt with these specific attachments, I'll pull up the bag in a second, is that if you are on patrol or if you need to swap out your gear pretty quick, you are able to do so because of the tech mounts and because of how this will be mounted, because it screws in, and from what I can tell, it's pretty rigid. There's not much flex in it. That was one of my major concerns, is that if something is screwed to this, hopefully it doesn't turn out to be super flimsy, because if it's flimsy, it's not going to support your mags, it's not going to support whatever equipment that you put onto this belt. But yeah, so far it's looking pretty good. Yeah, I like it. But of course, only time will tell. But moving on. So these are the tech mounts. They're a quick disconnect system. I believe they just recently came out this either last year. But so I have this, which is called the Quick Connect mounting system. It's just called a duty drop, right? And it comes with a leg strap. Yeah, it's a leg strap. Probably gonna try to attach my alien gear tourniquet style leg strap on there instead of this. Gonna try it. We'll see. But moving on. So the way it works is that this piece right here sinks into this. And then you have any position that you want to cant your holster or whatever it may be to, because this will be connected to your actual holster. It's a tech lock. I mean, they're built pretty damn good. From what I can tell, the materials on there are pretty solid. This is a good chunk of plastic. It's not much flex to it, as I can see. And then they also make a smaller style of that larger tech mount for magazines. So you can screw this piece onto your belt, just like that, and have whatever accessory you want. You can have some type of magazine, some type of tourniquet, some type of holder, whatever you want to put on this mounting system, and attach it to the smaller lock. That's gonna be huge. So I'll attach everything to the belt, and I'll come back and show you guys a little better view of what it would look like on this belt, this specific belt with screws and attachments. Yeah, so give me a sec. All right, so I have everything mounted to the belt. So far, I like what I see. With this Woj Tech, it is, I want to say it's not too thin of a piece of plastic that's inside of the belt. But the way it's mounted is with screw attachments. There's no tech lock mounts, there's no molly, there's nothing woven. It's just screwed entirely to the belt. That way you know this thing will not move. If you want to get some more reassurance, you could put some type of washer in the back of that to make it a little bit bigger. That way you know it won't move. But from what I'm seeing with this belt setup, it's actually built pretty solid. Like I said, it comes with a raptor style buckle, which is also fantastic. I'm not too fan of some of the Raptor buckles, because of the clips are a little too short because I have huge hands, but this one doesn't seem that bad. And then, like I said, this thing has MOLLE slots woven into the actual belt, and that's what I did to tie down one of these tourniquet holders. I just kind of wove it in and then wrapped around the back of it. But yeah, it's pretty good. You have a lot of adjustment when it comes to the play of the buckle as well. There's like a little strap that holds it down, and then you can readjust it. And then of course the inner belt is, I'll show you guys in a second, is actually pretty good too because of the padding. But moving on, the style of mag holders that I went with, these are Blade Tech's new mag holders. These things are probably going to be a nice little game changer. So the reason why I went with these, this whole system, is because they're interchangeable. They're quick swap. You can cant them any way you want to. You can move them any way you want to, which, like I said, is going to be a pretty big game changer, especially when it comes to people using them for different specialties in their field, whether military, law enforcement, some type of rescue, medical, whatever it may be, right? You don't necessarily have to use magazine holders or anything like that, or magazine holders or anything like that. But you can attach something, some type of metal equipment or whatever it may be. But the way they work is that there's a quick release at the bottom of this that you pull. You're able to pull down and you slide up. And it gives you that gear. See if you can focus in a little bit. And it gives you the gear. So the way the gear works is that you're able to rotate it any way you want to. It pretty much just gives you a full 180 degree if you cared to mount it upside down. But these, we'll see if they hold up. From what I'm seeing there, the plastic is also pretty good too. It's definitely like a thicker style polymer, and it's got like a little bit of polish to it. And then the back of it has that tech lock quick release on it. So if somebody wants to run a different style setup and it gives you that audible click, they could run something completely different. I went with the double stack because I have a Glock. The Glock has the double stack magazines. And then for the holster, I'm gonna be running their duty drop. It's the same concept, has the same gear system, except with the Safariland, you have to purchase a separate piece that attaches to Safariland. But the way it works, it's just the same way. It kind of drops into place. Here, click. And then if you need to, there's a locking mechanism right underneath it, right there, that you can lock it. That way it doesn't come off. To release it, there's another little button right there, release, and it comes right off. The switch that's on it, one of the things that's kind of concerning is, will the switch move by itself? I'm probably gonna try to tighten it to see if I can stop it from moving, but it does have like a little bit of a click, which is satisfying, and that stops it from actually working. But yeah, from what I'm seeing from the Blade Tech stuff, it should be working pretty good. I'm very impressed with the BAER Solutions belt. The materials that they used on it is pretty good, and it's very lightweight. It's not as thick as what a lot of people have been using. The belt itself is just kind of, like I said, overlaid with some type of nice soft material, and then inside of that material is like a thicker piece of plastic with that MOLLE that's woven out in each slot. But yeah, definitely see if it'll work. We'll see. And then also, I forgot to tell you guys, the options or the mounting kit that comes with the Blade Tech, that gives you a crap ton of mounting solutions, because they want you to mount it either with some type of style belt like this, or some type of tech lock, or some type of MOLLE insert that you can attach to your vest or whatever it may be. But they give you a plenty mounting options, and then for the adapter, they give you some extra screws with some rubber grommets. That way you can have some type of spacer in between them. They also give you this option, but if you have a Safari Land, you won't be able to use this. Well, I guess you can technically use it, but I don't think it'll be that secure. With that, it's more secure. So just keep that in mind, that you do have to purchase another piece for any Safari Land holster. And then also it came with a leg strap. We'll see if the leg strap works or not, but I'm a big proponent of the Alien Gear tourniquet strap. That's pretty phenomenal that I've seen so far, and I've been using it for a while now. So, but yeah, just a quick overview and unboxing of everything. I'll come back maybe a couple months and kind of give you guys an update to see how well the belt has lasted. From what I'm seeing on the stitching too, the stitching doesn't look too bad, but we'll see, especially since I'm getting in and out of the car a lot. We'll see if the stitching will hold up, because that's usually some of the issues when it comes to duty belts. The stitching and the fabric causes them to fray and kind of looks kind of tacky. So, but yeah, thanks for watching. Just like, subscribe. So, peace.